Oh, we're live. Hey, Joe, welcome to DWN Productions THC podcast, sponsored by Fast Custom Shirts here at BOYGOB.com and the YouTube page. Just search BOYGOB. It might pop up and say, "Did you mean Boygon?" I don't know what the fuck that is, but there'll be a little thing right above it that says, "No, motherfucker. I meant to search for BOYGOB. Now give me that shit." And we are here, Joe, with 100% more Boy Gob jersey. What you doing? A little drinking?
A little bit, Tom.
Doing a little day drinking?
Mm-hmm.
You cracking another one?
I am.
Hey, drink some water for us, all right?
Nah, fuck that.
Oh, shit. I'll shut my mouth. How was your week? Pretty good, it sounds.
Nah, it sucked.
Why?
Hey, Tom, you ever have like those fucking weeks where everything goes wrong, like every fucking thing, like you can't fucking catch up? I've had like 3 or 4 of those. So like I'm on the verge of like, hey, eating a bullet wouldn't be so bad. It'd be all right. It'd be really fucking all right. But I think, hey, you know what? I got a daughter. I got a grandson. I can't do that. I guess I'll just fucking ride out this miserable existence and, just so they can be happy. Fuck it. But yeah, there's that. How's it going with you, Tom? You seem all right.
What broke down?
Who's your cookout?
Oh, shit. I invited some friends, Joe.
Yeah.
How many of those friends do you think showed up?
2?
No.
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 7 then.
No.
7's your lucky number, Tom. 3 is a mystical number.
No.
Well, fuck it. Sorry we couldn't go.
It's all right, Joe.
I didn't
Nope.
have the money to go. I went to set up at a thing that I thought, I'm not gonna make any money at this thing, but this chick puts on shows all the time, and she like asked me specifically, "Hey, I'm only having 3 vendors. You know why they only had 3 vendors?
I know. I seen the flyer.
Because this venue could probably only fit like 3 people. It was as big as my living room kitchen thing, but I did make money. I did have some people like buy my shit, so that was cool. The guy that was putting it on, or the guy that it was for, he was really depressed at the end of it. Hey, I know, fucking depression, dude. Like, do you have a grandson? No. You have a daughter? No. And then fucking do it, dude. Just do it. Fucking do it. Like, go home and like you don't have to fuck with any of this anymore.
So what was it, like a keyboard show or some shit? Something about rotary phones?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, it looked goofy as shit from what you were fucking. So
Yeah,
what was this?
No, it was all about synth music, like Moogs and shit like that. You're into that. I'm into that. I'm into that kind of music, but I know that not many people are because I'm into it.
What the fuck is Moogs?
Moog is a type of synthesizer.
Wait, Moog?
Yes.
It sounds like it would be a Jack Kirby monster in the Fantastic Four or something.
Jack Kirby was a badass. We fucking love him on this show. Unfortunately, we just mentioned his name. So we have this thing that's called the BOYGOB effect. We'll save that till next week when I'm in a better mood. But
hey, weren't we supposed to get a call or something?
That's what I'm saying. Next week we might.
It's never gonna happen. That was supposed to be like 8 weeks ago. Virgil or Vincent or some shit.
But yeah, did that. I had my computer crash 2 weeks ago. It's okay. I have a backup computer at the house that I took. I lost a lot of shit, which I didn't mind. But what I did lose that was big was fucking Photoshop. And like now you can't just buy Photoshop. You got to subscribe to Photoshop and all their fucking bullshit. They want to hook you month to month. I'll dig around Photoshop and I'm gonna find my fucking disk eventually. But Tom, a lot of computers now don't have fucking disk drives.
you gotta buy an external one.
Right. So no, when I had this computer built, I had it. No, it's gotta have a fucking drive. It's got 2 of them. I was like, I need a. So I took that, and then my printer broke down, and the printer that I use to print my transparencies, they don't make that fucking thing anymore. And I look, and it's like, yeah, there's a few people on fucking Facebook, or not Facebook, eBay. Yeah, we got one brand new, $800. Fuck you, dude. So I look shit up. And it's like, okay, there's this alternative printer that everybody's using.
What does alternative mean?
It
Kind of
means
gay?
gay. Yeah, it is. It takes anything. The one I used before, it takes only specific ink cartridges. This one takes anything you put in it. So yes, very gay. Yeah, so I bought that. I'm gonna check out and see how it fucking runs and everything tomorrow. It came in yesterday. I was 4 days without a printer.
Oh, so you did get it?
Yes. If it works all right, I'm gonna order 2 more just to have in the fucking background. Yeah, it's just been bad shit over and over. So I made fucking barbecue today. It was going great. I undercooked the potatoes, Tom. I overcooked the fucking steak. I just suck. I suck at everything right now, and I'm not fucking happy about it.
You should have came over yesterday.
I should have.
No one else did, but those burgers were so damn juicy.
That sounds fucking great, man.
Was sitting at a table alone eating them, crying a little.
Yeah, no, I get it. No, I gotta admit, well, I don't know what day. I just fucking broke down thinking about everything that's breaking down, including me. I had a weird fucking phantom pain the other day on my shoulder. It's just I just stood up and was like, oh! And my fucking shoulder is just like, what the fuck? I didn't do anything. What's going on here?
Sitting in the ghetto.
I mean, if something's gonna happen, why can't it be like a semi fucking wrecking into me or something, or something like that, to where at least somebody's gonna get paid off of my fucking death.
I mean, the best really you can hope for, I think, would be dying in your sleep. But if you're anything like me, every night before you go to sleep, you're in sheer terror anyways. So sometimes I gotta sleep with the closet light on. It's not because I think, oh, there's monsters under the bed or something.
You know why, Tom? Because you're always making those scary masks and stuff. It's like that shit's got to get to you at some point. It's like, oh, I'm making monsters, but what if the monsters come back and get mad at me because, hey, you're exploiting us?
Well, I mean, if you've been around anytime, you'll know that, Joe, we're the monsters.
We are the monsters, and I've been trying to get back in shape, and I mean,
just go with old reliable. Yeah.
You think after a couple of months you see some results? I'm gonna slow down the drinking. I'm gonna start, close to 5 miles every morning now. I don't see shit different.
To be fair, you haven't slowed down on the drinking.
I have. I really fucking have. Today, no. And then last weekend, well, even last weekend I did. We went to bed early, not last weekend, 2 weekends ago at the convention. There's no way we drank as much as we usually do, right?
I mean, Friday we did some drinking.
We did a little bit, but even then, even though it was a lot, it wasn't a ton.
I was up till about 4.
You did. Oh, shit. I think Tom's texting me. This better not be you, because then I'm dead already.
That was definitely not me, Joe. But it's not like this weekend won't get any worse. I hope it doesn't, but prepare. And I think the worst thing that happened to me this weekend is what's it called? I made an offer on an action figure. And I was just like, they probably won't get this. They won't take this offer. And they did. So now I gotta pay for this thing that I really don't have the money for. or want to spend the money
Did
on.
you do this while inebriated, Tom?
Yeah, sure was,
He
Joe.
said, "Oh wow, that Cletus Cassidy baby thing with the 6 arms or whatever." I don't know. I'm reading a comic, and Tom, I'm almost finished with it. It's called Carnage Family Feud. You read?
Oh, like the show.
Right, and they're all on a game show. There's this industrialist, and he saved Carnage from space because Carnage was in space. Sentry had like thrown him in space and like tore his legs off, maybe. I don't know, but this industrialist gets him back and starts using the symbiote. I think I'm pronouncing that right this time. The symbiote to make armor for his like protection people or whatever. But the symbiote starts to take them over, and then there's this lady there named Shriek. I don't know who the fuck she is, but
Oh,
she
you're about to find out.
like she yells and people riot when she yells. And Spider-Man's and Tony Stark, Iron Man's, they fight them, and I don't know. And it turns out they have Cletus Cassidy there too. So the Cletus Cassidy and the symbiote reunite. And that's where I'm at right now, Tom.
Is this one of the Clayton Kane ones, or
Zeb Wells and
Yeah.
Clayton Crane. They did a
Gotcha.
bunch of these Carnage series, and they're very confusing.
I like the art in them, I'll say that.
Well, even the art, it's kind of hard to figure out what the fuck's going on a lot of the times. Like, wait, is this Venom now? No, it's just like he's doing real dark reds, and I don't know what the fuck's going on.
This isn't the one where he's wrapped in an American flag, right?
No, that was the last one that I talked about,
Gotcha.
where he takes over a town and kills a bunch of people in the town.
Ah, okay.
I mean,
yeah.
there's like this one and that one, they have really good moments, but as a whole, they're just like, what the
Hey, we'll get the holes later, Joe.
We will. And I just wrote this fucking list like 5 minutes ago.
Well, hey, why don't you go give a shout out to Robbie in the chat?
Robbie, wait.
Rob, formerly known as Bob Goblin or Knob Goblin.
The old Tucker.
Yeah. Change your name back. The other one was much better, you fuck.
Rob Mother Tucker. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, life sucks, and you watched a lot of movies.
I watched a handful. Did you watch any?
I watched one.
How was it?
We'll get to that.
Oh, shit.
Why don't you talk about at least 2 of the ones you watched?
All right, Joe. I watched the... Fuck. Hey, Joe. I watched The Prey. Legend of the Contunker, something like that. I don't know. It was a confusing fucking name, but in
it
this
was like
one,
Clayton Crane wrote the title for it. You could kind of make out what it was, but not really.
It was a weird font they chose. I'll give you that.
A fucking BOYGOB effect.
I gotta dig those hoes out. So if anybody wants them, let me know, because I'm sure I have a couple first prints of those fucking.
Yeah, and I'll be getting rid of this hardcover.
So, Legend of Camp Cucamonga here. It's about some army guys and ladies. They steal some Afghani gold and hide it in a cave. And Danny Trejo and some other fucks say, all right, we'll be back at the end of the movie to get you. But in the meantime, they're attacked by what looks like a feast beast fucked a baboon. And now you got this thing. The face looked pretty cool, but like the rest of it just kind of looked like it was in an old carpet. But I appreciated that the face and how the colors looked. It looked cool, but this movie was boring as shit. Not a lot happened. The black dude from Underworld's in it, the wolf guy. He gets his fucking head clapped to smithereens. That part was cool.
The big ass motherfucker, right?
Yeah. The guy who slapped that other guy in Cruising when he was wearing the cowboy hat.
Yeah, that guy. Well, no, I won't fuck with that dude.
But yeah, this was what the fuck ever. Like, I guess they forgot to shoot some stuff with Danny Trejo, or they're just like, oh no, we'll do what they did, and they like have him sleeping in the back of a truck, and you just hear voiceover, and they'll like hold to someone, not probably not him, but someone will just like hold their thumb up or wave or something. Not good, Joe. Not good, but I did appreciate the monster suit, especially the face and the paint job. But no, don't watch it. Who gives a fuck? Speaking of who gives a fuck, Joe, doesn't get any more who gives a fuck than Nightwish. You ever seen this?
I don't know. I mean, I saw you post about it, and I've been trying to figure out, have I seen this shit? It sounds really familiar, and if I did, I saw it like on VHS in the 80s, and I forgot all about it. But it does, that fucking title. Like, yeah, maybe I have.
So it's about some doctors doing sleep studies on nightmares to girls floating in tanks. And you go into the dream world. You're not supposed to know, but obviously everything's all a dream because that's what the fuck they're doing. So who gives a good goddamn, Joe? But like when you're not supposed to know it's a dream, they're trying to play it like, oh no, they're really aliens studying humans, and they're just like, shut the fuck up. It's garbage. No one gives a fuck. I don't give a fuck. There's some okay, cool looking effects towards the end, but it's nothing spectacular. You got to go out of your way for. If you're not tired of looking at Elizabeth Caton's nips, they're in there. But it's fucking who gives a fuck.
Who the hell is she? But no, hopefully that answers your question, Anthony, in the chat. Yeah, boot it. Fuck it. Watch it or not, but just boot it anyway. Elizabeth Caton, who's she?
An actress.
She been in anything else worth the fuck that we'd know her from?
You would probably know her from the latter Vice Academy movies.
Okay. Is she doing like a $50 combo, a signature and picture package at conventions, or no?
No, I've never, can't remember seeing her ever advertised, so good for her.
All right.
Doesn't have to rely on bullshit like that. So, hey, one of them made it, Joe.
Here's to you, Nips girl.
Friday the 13th, she was in one of those, I think.
All right, Tom. Well, I watched a movie called Deadpool 2. You ever
heard of it? Shit. There was, I call it DP2.
You ever seen Deadpool 1?
I have.
This is the same fucking movie. Same shit, same jokes, same fucking other mutants that are in it or whatever. He meets a kid from New Zealand and wants to fuck him, so they go to prison together and hang out. So this kid from New Zealand,
this big fat kid from New Zealand,
he's fat, and in the comics he's like a redhead farm boy, But hey, fuck it.
But there wasn't too many Kiwi representation at the time. They were just like, we only got Peter Jackson and his fucks.
And they said nobody fucking reads X-Force anyway, so fuck it. We'll do this. X Factor is what it was. Yeah, the Juggernauts. He comes out.
He comes out.
He does.
And it's all about a movie about Juggernaut's dad disowning him.
Yeah. No, this is, like I said, if you've seen the first movie, it's the same shit. It's the exact same jokes. It's the exact same bullshit. Like, who cares? It's got one of your favorite actors, that other fuck from Silicon Valley. He's in it after he got fired. He's like, oh, well, at least I can be in Deadpool too.
Omega Red's in it. In a blink and you miss him.
Is he?
He is.
I must have blinked at that point because
you missed him.
Yeah.
In the prison.
I don't know.
You gotta look for those Easter eggs, Joe.
They had some after credit shit with Wolverine. That was dumb. Yeah, there's nothing about, people are like, oh, these fucking Deadpool movies are so cool. They're so funny. No, the thing is, if you tell me a Marvel movie is funny, I'm not going to fucking like it. That's what everybody was saying. Oh, you gotta see the new Thor movie. It's so funny. Well, that's exactly what I want from a Thor movie. It's a lot of laughs.
Yeah, I want to laugh while Jane Foster dies of cancer.
Yeah,
That's what I want to do.
you
I
know,
want to laugh at that.
fuck it, yeah. It's a
Yeah,
perversion, Tom, of what they've done to our characters and our childhood. I'm not
they
gonna say
rape him.
they've raped our childhood, but they have fucking like fondled it a little.
Molested.
Yeah, and I know fucking like probably when this came out, your boy Kevin Smith was crying all about it, the hat turned backwards and shit. But if you got your hat turned backwards, you're not sad. You're really not fucking sad about anything.
Well, I mean, you are kind of sad,
Well,
depending
no,
on
a
how
person,
old you are.
person, yes, you're a fucking sad individual, but you're not like heartbroken or anything.
Yeah, and you got to be working too.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody over like 30 who has their hat backwards, it's got to be because you're working on something. You got to get that bill out of the way.
But not out in the sun, for sure. You're not out in the sun if you got your hat turned backwards.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could be crouched down working on something, and then sometimes you just gotta so you can get in there,
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, Deadpool 2, fuck that movie.
Well, I liked it when it first came out, but it has the problem with the first Deadpool movie that there's no rewatchability.
What other version of Deadpool 2 was there? Rob
They
Mother
did like a weird PG-13 cut with
really
Fred Savage being read to in bed or something by Deadpool. I guess it was just to test out the waters if they could get away with a PG-13 Deadpool.
Okay, now I'm remembering the plot a little. So yeah, they had Cable in there. So they had some time travel shit. So nothing fucking matters. Because like there's going to be some time travel shit to resolve everything. And that's exactly what they did. So it's fucking stupid.
Do you see that Avengers one yet with the time travel?
Which one? The fucking I think I've seen all the Avengers movies and they suck too.
With the one with the time travel. Did you see the one where they killed Thanos?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess you did. And then Tony Stark died?
I guess. Did he die or?
I mean, did you see that one? Captain America turned into an old man?
Yeah, he was sitting on a bench or something, jerking off.
Sitting on the dock of the bay.
Yeah, with his dick in his hand.
No,
yeah.
Joe, he was watching the time roll
Freedom,
away.
this is what I fought for.
I fought for the Juggernaut to live his life the way he wants to.
Oh, jugger my nuts. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen it yet, you probably don't want to. Maybe you're a 7-year-old kid just getting into comic books. Yeah, give it a watch.
Yeah, and you think cussing is funny, So
that's probably the only reason you're watching this, and your parents should be ashamed of themselves.
Cussing this one,
Well, what else do I got? I got a movie that just dropped on Shudder called Allegoria. Have you heard of it, Joe?
I didn't even know you still had Shudder.
I don't. I was looking through stuff and I said, "Oh, hey, this picture looks kind of interesting. Let's see." And then the fucking Shudder logo pops up and I say, "God damn it." Well, this is a horror anthology, Joe.
Oh.
How good you think
this is the kind of
be?
If the
Horrorphilia network of podcasts
was still around, we would have
around.
reviewed this on one of their big old like, hey, let's get all the podcasters together for a show that even less people are going to listen to.
So yeah, it being a horror anthology, how good do you think it would be, Joe?
On a scale of 1 to 3,000, I'd put it at a 6.
All right. Are you familiar with Rob Zombie?
I've heard the name.
Are you familiar with Rob Zombie's brother from Power Man 5000?
Yes.
he directed this movie, Joe, and I think he wrote it as well. uh there's a little bit of, I don't know if it's a stage name or that's what they're really called, but there's definitely some of that zombie family dialogue in there. It doesn't go it doesn't go so far like Mr. Robert likes to use to the point where it becomes nauseating, but there is some of that in there. A little up its own ass, a
How many
little
stories do we have here?
too many, Joe.
Okay, well, fuck the stories because we know they suck. Tell us about what holds these stories together, Tom. Tell us about the framing device.
I mean, there really isn't one. It's just this. The stories just, kind of blend into each other, but they're not told in the right order. So it's one of those things like,
Mhm.
oh, how did we get here? It's about artists and like dissecting their art. The first one, I was fucking John Anus was in it, and I was just like, oh shit, man, I love Mr. Show. It's good to see him again, and he's just playing like a very dramatic acting coach. Like, no, this is it. This is how you have to act. You have to become the monster. And he just gets all angry with him, but he's just acting. And so he's like, now you do it. And then she turns into a real monster, like that Nickelodeon show, and then bites him. And then that's the first one. And then
Yeah, you can't do that on television.
and then the next one is her talking to her boyfriend, and this is in the before time. And he's a painter. And but unfortunately, like I'm not a painter per se, like like a canvas,
Oh, come on, Tom. I
that
have
kind of.
one of your original canvases in my
But I'm
shop.
saying I'm excellent at it, but that is not what I do. Like I'm a
Right, right.
3D painter.
That's one of the tertiary things that you do on the side when you have free time.
That's a $27 word there, Joseph.
Yeah.
But no, just the way this actor was using the brush and shit, pretending like he knew how to paint, it was like, oh, that made me so fucking sick. And like
I
he's
get that.
just
I see that in movies. I see when like people are pretending to play guitar or something. It's like, what the fuck are they doing? You know? Yeah. Or
so
when
yeah,
people
yeah.
are fucking typing on the computer, and they're just what the fuck?
Do a
Yeah.
little movie driving.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sucked. But he's just doing that Jackson Pollock. It's not like if that's what you do and you think that's art or whatever, fine.
Pollock. That's how you
Yeah,
pronounce
dude,
that
fucking Jackson Pollock.
thing. Right.
But I mean, if that's what you think art is and that's what you like, God bless you. It ain't my, but I mean, he was doing his little bullshit splatter things. And he's a real fucking fuckface dickhead. So, a monster that looked kind of cool. Like it looked all right for this movie. It was the best thing in it. It's just like a guy that looks like he's made of like a skinny guy that looks like he's made out of marijuana resin. And you just see his big eyeballs and his big teeth, and everything else is just kind of black. Sorry, African American.
Yeah.
And I mean, that image looked kind of cool, but the monster gets him and puts him in the painting. Oh my God. And then a photographer picks up some dork ass guy and she turns him into some kind of a Hellraiser sculpture. Oh my God. And then the actress lady from the beginning who turns into the monster, we find out how she turned into the monster. And it's one of her roommates is like in a real shitty band. Dude, this fucking music that they were doing was so fucking whack. And this guy, director, he's in a fucking band. So I waited for the credits. Yep, he wrote and like did the stuff for the song. And Here are the lyrics, Joe. If I was an insect, I'd be a spider. Well, first of all, fuckface, they're arachnids. So one, go fuck
Exactly.
yourself, and you
He's
don't have
probably never read Spider-Man's or listened to the DWN's terrible horror crap podcasts, or he'd know this shit.
which is concerning because the name he goes by is Spider-1. I don't know if it's Spider-1 Zombie, but he was only credited as Spider-1. So either these are fake names or their parents are fucked.
There could be. I mean, people name their or kids shit like Clue or fucking
Rested
Skeet
empowerment.
or shit like that. There's some weird fucking names out there. So yeah, Spider-1 not out of the question.
I will say this: his parents probably were drinking when they were being formed.
When she was pregnant, yeah.
Yes. Was it fetal alcohol syndrome?
It happens.
That's why he's a zombie, you see.
Get it.
Mm. So all allegations and hearsay.
Let me respond a little. Anthony Mancini. No, we don't talk about movies made by pedophiles on this show. Rob Tucker, I don't know. I've never seen a Glenn Danzig movie, so I don't fucking know. So it's a hard fucking toss up there. Toss up.
Yeah, when his vampire western thing comes out, I'm gonna watch that because that looks fucking stupid. But at the time Veronica came out, you didn't want to watch it, and I had no interest in watching an anthology.
Yeah, and those comics, which I don't think were written by him, I didn't buy many or any of those. I think I got them in a collection. Like I bought some dude's collection, and they were like the Veronica comics, with the Simon Beasley art. It's like, yeah, well, whatever. They still look fucking stupid and like shit I don't want to read.
It looks like the fucking Clayton Crane or Zeb Wells, whoever does the fucking
it's probably
art, if
even
it
more
wasn't done on a
confusing than that
computer.
shit. So I don't know, man. Comics, that's a fucking weird industry, But hey, fucking Glenn Danzig, no need to thank us for boosting your sales.
BOYGOB
have this
effect.
thing called the BOYGOB effect. We just mentioned you, boom.
He sells a record. All right, so let's wrap this piece of shit up. So the punk band, one of her bandmates is like, I found the chords to summon the devil. You have to play these notes just like this. So she does. She goes
on a
home.
guitar?
I know. You'd think it would be, but no, she just goes home and plays them on a piano. And then her fucking roommate gets possessed. And there was a good spot of acting there where the roommate was just acting creepy, yammering on about some bullshit. And I mean, that was
a weird voice. What did the voice sound like, Tom?
It was just kind of lady, like it sounded like her, but just a little bit where you knew she was possessed.
Okay, so
it wasn't like, hello, kitties.
Yeah. She's just talking like regular, but then all of a sudden she's like, I'm not talking regular anymore.
Yes, just like that.
I'm possessed now. Yeah. Low budget shit.
Yeah, it definitely was. But yeah, fuck this shit, man. Sorry. It was more watchable than a Rob Zombie. I'll say it was more House of a Thousand Corpses. I liked it at the time and all that. I'm not going to go back and rewatch it because it's probably going to be the worst fucking thing that I've ever seen. And any movie he made after that, I didn't care for. So I'm just going to, I should probably fucking go grab the DVD I got and just break it in half and throw it in the fucking, so I never watch that thing again.
So Power Man 6000 makes better movies than Rob Zombies.
Except one, and maybe not the Munsters. We'll still have to watch that.
Right. Right. He's got some money coming into that. Well, I know that's going to be good.
Yeah. Got any? Nope, that's all I got, Joe. That's all I got.
Anthony, we just talked about that, man. You're just fucking. God, are you listening to the show or not? Fuck the erotic comics. But
It
so
is a
that's all
little
you
bit
got.
of a delay. I
That's all you
think.
got, Tom.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, I thought you watched at least one more.
Did I?
I don't know.
Oh shit, I did. Sorry. I'm going in a different order then. Sorry.
Scratch them out as you do them. That's what I do. It
Oh
helps.
no, I got to read this afterwards. So then when I go and do
Tom's
the
got a speech that he's going to read afterwards that he's written.
no, when I do the write up at boygob.com, I'll have
Ah,
to look at the notes and see what we talked about.
I get you. Well, you can put a check mark
No, I don't.
or get
I
a
call
highlight.
them Czech Republic marks because I don't fucking slur
Hey,
people.
all of y'all that are going back to school next week, God bless.
Good for you for trying to better your life. Like
It's
school
not going to
will
get
do
better.
that.
Trust me. It's not. It's like,
Yeah, it's only gonna get worse.
okay, so Tom,
What's up, dog?
not a movie, but I just finished a short story by Stephen King called Herman Walk is Still Alive. Herman Walk is a writer. He wrote like a lot of World War II shit. And
Sounds
the
Asian.
story is about like two ladies, like two older ladies. They're in their like late 30s or whatever, and their lives are shit. They're fat now. They got a bunch of kids, but one of them wins like a pick three, and she gets like $2,000. Yeah. So she's living high in the hog. She says, "You know what? I'm gonna pay off this credit card, and then let's rent a fucking a minivan and like throw all our kids in it and go stay at the Red Roof for 2 days, and the kids can like play in the pool, and we can drink a little and just hang out." And on the way, they're like fucking driving and realizing how much their life fucking sucks. So they start drinking and driving faster and faster, and then they decide just fuck it. They look at each other and they decide, yeah, fuck it. So they just haul ass into a fucking tree and kill themselves and all their kids. So I can relate to this story. I really can. But the thing that's fucked up about it is like Stephen King did a book called Rage, which is about a dude that goes into a school. He goes back into his high school, shoots his principal, goes in, shoots a teacher, and keeps the class hostage for like a long time. And this book has been, they said it's very influential in a lot of school shootings. So like he has this book pulled, like you can't fucking buy this book anymore. So it's a big collector's item for those of you that have it. It was in the Bachman books. He wrote it under a pen name. But I'm thinking like this short story, like how is this any fucking different? Because I wanted to kill myself after reading this. I really fucking, I think about that when I'm fucking driving on the road. It's just, yeah, why not? Let me fucking speed up and just fucking go. Thanks, Mr. King. Thanks. But anyway, go ahead with your movie, Tom.
I rewatched a movie called Slashers. I think it was brought up in recent podcastery here, just in passing. I said how I didn't like it. I fucking hated this movie.
Yeah, you
And
did.
this came out early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. What are you doing, crushing it?
No, wait a minute. I did this wrong. Let me undo it. Hold on.
You gotta blow it up. You have
No.
to inflate
All
the can.
All right, now let me do it again.
Hey Joe, you ever heard of a movie called Slashers?
Slashers!
You gonna give me all your money.
Sludges!
All right, so this came out in the early 2000s, and back then it's hard to believe, but
Thank
I
you,
was
Hollywood Video, for this movie.
yeah, 100%. That's where I rented it from because I would go
That's where I
every
bought it
weekend.
from. Still have a copy. It's fucking great. Go ahead.
It's yeah, I wasn't into goofy horror movies in my teenage years, which is kind of hard to fucking believe. I was just like, what is this low budget shit? This fucking looks like garbage and it's trying to be silly. The acting sucks a dick. What the fuck is this? So I'm just like, man, just in passing, Joe was just like, oh, what are you talking about? It's fun. And I was just like, what? He's saying this movie's fun. I remember it being a fucking piece of shit. All right, I'm gonna go back and rewatch Slashers.
Slashers!
It was pretty good. It's still low budget
Very low budget.
and but yeah, like this time I don't know what the fuck, but I fucking hated it when I first watched it. I get it now. It's not the best by any means, but it's worth a watch for sure. It's goofy. There's a couple good kills. The acting is very bad.
Yeah,
Very,
so what they
very
did in
bad.
this movie is they framed out 3 rooms in a warehouse and like maybe 2 hallways that they kept, and then they put the sheets between the rooms and stuff so you could like have the characters run through or walk through. It's just like they worked with what they had. The movie is about a reality show where people are like thrown into a situation where
The
slashers,
Running Man, but in a haunted house.
right, slashers are gonna kill them. If they can make it out, whatever. I don't know. And it's like, and
They
the
get
thing is,
monies.
like, which of them are gonna show their tits? Is the main thing about it. And finally, at the end, one does. She takes her top off, and it's like, all right, finally. Yeah, but yeah, like Tom says, it's a low budget piece of shit, but it's an effective low budget piece of shit, and I think it works. I wish more people would like watch this and say, hey, this is fucking effective. This is what works, instead of just like, I don't know, Tom. Like, low budget movies for me now, they're not really good. But this,
Yeah.
I think this one works, man.
I mean, just the ones that are coming out now, it's just because there's no fucking money in this kind of movie anymore. It's just
Right.
you're getting your fucking 3 or 6 cents an hour streamed or whatever the fuck it is. It's just like, what's the point? But I mean, this was probably the heyday of DVD, where DVD was cheap to make, so you could get your shit on DVD. And I mean,
I think
times ain't what
also,
they used to be.
right. I think also it wasn't a matter of like I think fundraising has really fucked up the independent movie scene, in that like
Yeah,
there's no risk if you're using other people's money. I think like the people then, they had to fucking like, hey, let's see if we can get a loan. Let's see if we can get some backers. You had to actually go talk to people and see if they would give you money. It's like, hey, let's get a bunch of credit cards and max them out and do our own fucking thing.
I know that game.
Yeah, now there's no fucking risk. There's no risk. It's like, hey, we're gonna like,
Except you look like a fucking asshole when nobody donates to your.
yeah. As I find that super fucking insulting as a business owner that has fucking risked everything for what I do, which is sometimes profitable, most times not. And they're just out there fucking playing a game.
Let's give me money.
Yeah,
I got
give
a
me
day
money.
job or whatever that I'm not going to put my money in, but
Right. I'm not going to give up, what I do to fucking actively pursue this for the rest of my life. I like slashers.
Thing that gets me too is when somebody would be like, "Hey, can you share my campaign that I didn't have you work on?"
Yeah, like why?
No,
Yeah, can you share my fucking thing that you didn't make shirts for? No.
no.
And you know what? A lot of the time, I'm not going to share your campaign that I did make shirts for because I've got to see the fucking movie. You
Which
know?
is kind of the new thing. It's just like, hey, does this movie sound like something you'd want to watch? Well, give us $60 and we'll send you a
Yeah.
DVD in 3 years.
And a lot of the shirts I make, or a lot of the movies that I make shirts for, Tom, I don't watch because I think they're gonna fucking suck, and I don't want to tell these people nah, yeah, because they're gonna ask me, and I've got to give them an honest opinion. No, I
Well,
didn't like it, and
we,
then they're
we
gonna be
went through
pissed at
that
me.
last week.
They're gonna get pissed at me for having a fucking honest opinion about it. And hey, you know what? I'm not making money on your shirts anyway. It's not like they're fucking flying out the door.
Like it's a nice little bit of money when you get a bulk order in for the shirts. Hey, we need 50 shirts. But
If
I'm
that,
sure that yeah.
that doesn't happen very often. Yeah. But I think, hey, somebody's gonna go on the site and it's like, yeah, I'll buy their shirt to help them. Oh, look at this other shirt. Yeah, I'll get this. So that helps out a lot. But yeah, I think a lot of the movies are getting more and more to the point that yeah, nobody wants to buy a shirt unless they're like in the movie or related to somebody in the movie or
See, that's something that I've been thinking about a lot of recently, and it fucking sucks. Nobody cares about original shit.
mm-hmm.
They want something from something. Like the last few of the things I made, it was just like, yeah, all just original stuff and stuff that I would think would be cool in my stuff.
Yeah,
But
no,
if it's something from something,
I totally get that. It's like uh that's part of the reason why I stopped drawing or stuff.
what you
I stopped
stopped what?
drawing, drawing. But I was drawing stuff and like putting them on T-shirts and everything. But nobody fucking wants to buy that. Nobody wants to buy anything that's not
Something
something that
from
they already
something.
know. Yeah,
Yeah. Let's just be safe and say that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking shame, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's why no matter the quality or what it is, if it's something from some, but I mean, I'm what can I say? The pot calling the kettle black. I'm guilty of that myself because it's not like I go out and buy random action figure that I created from my own imagination, my old design. I was like, no, fuck you. Give me a sector figure, something from Mortal Kombat, you fuck.
Well, I'm kind of like that. I mean, like I have this whole Frankenstein thing of art, but I always tell the artists, hey, draw your version of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
When I go to an artist and commission a piece of art, it's like do it your way. Don't do it like fucking Karloff or fucking looking like Christopher Lee or whatever. Do what you want to do, what you think Frankenstein should look like. You know, I don't know.
And then they draw you a scientist and you get all pissed off because
Yeah,
you didn't choose your words properly.
right.
Because little known fact, it's
Nobody's done
actually
that, but that would
Frankenstein's
actually be okay with me. It's like, oh shit, they drew Sweet Tooth the truck.
I guess I'll go fuck myself. Oh fuck. That'd be awesome. Man, if that would have happened, that would have been man, fuck you, Jay Lee, you smart ass son of a bitch. Throw his coke in his face.
His tea.
Fucking racist. You and the British, I swear.
Knock over his
British.
opium.
Hey, Joe. Yeah, that works. Here, kitty. So, pray.
Tom,
We've come to the end of our journey for now.
for now. Yeah, so, you fucks, we've been covering the Predator movies in preparation for this new one that just came out. And this is a Warner Brothers Disney collaboration. But
Fox?
you would. What is it? Fox?
Fox? 20th Century Studios, you
Okay,
see.
20th Century Fox. Yeah, the Okay, so 20th Century Fox, which is now owned by Disney.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but people are calling it a Disney movie.
Well, I mean, it is, but it's 20th Century Studios.
Right, it's not. It doesn't have Disney movie.
But I mean, it is. It's
money
like when
behind it.
fucking they had Touchstone Pictures or whatever, and that was just Disney shit that was a little.
Looking at the CGI in this, they didn't have a lot of Disney support. Disney, I mean, the shit they do with Star Wars, and I fucking hate Star Wars, but I gotta give them the shit, like that shit looks flawless most of the time.
But I mean, we're talking about Star Wars compared to fucking Predator.
That's true. But also, well, I guess like Avengers and that shit, to me, that doesn't look flawless. That looks cheap. It looks like a badly rendered
Looks
cartoon.
like a comic book.
Not as good as a comic book.
It looks like a Malibu comic book.
Okay. All right, there you go. There you go. Prime. Ugh. But we don't talk about pedophile shit.
So what? This was streaming on the Digital Entertainment Network?
So Prey, and this wasn't called Predator Prey. This was just called Prey, right?
Pray.
Which was on the Hulu platform, which was an odd choice, I thought, for this thing. Because
Because
Hulu,
it's...
I think is a really shitty platform. You know, I looked
But it's
the other
owned
day.
by Disney.
Is
and
it?
this is a little too gruff to be on Disney Plus. However, I think across the pond they
I
don't
watched
have
Deadpool
Hulu.
2 on Disney Plus.
But this is a little more, is it?
I don't know. But anyway, Tom, give us the rundown on the plot of this one.
So in this one, in a guardian is on the hunt for a predator to prove that she can hunt and not just pick berries and shit. That's it.
All right. Fuck it. Tom doesn't know how to give synopsises. Okay, so this one, there's this dog that's living, among some natives, which the dog is the true native. The dog has been there in the land forever, but hey, these people are here. They build fires. I can say by this fire. And it's close to one of these natives, a girl that we would call her the first lesbian. She didn't want to be in her place. She didn't want to, as Tom said, pick berries or plant whatever, drugs or whatever. So she wants to go hunt all the time. And then was that her brother or whatever? But her brother's like kind of helping her out. Like, yeah, okay, you're a pretty good tracker. You're a pretty good hunter. And let's go out and like hunt some lions. But there's something else out there, Tom. There's something else out in this wilderness that's hunting hunters. And it's hunting small game at first, like rattler snakes. I didn't know there was rattler snakes that far up, north. But fuck it, And then, it's hunting like wolves that are hunting other wolves. And then finally, he finds that the most dangerous game you can hunt on planet Earth, and that's man.
A bear.
But you don't fuck with woman. Yes, okay, a bear before that. Yeah, you're right, Tom. But you have
And
this dog.
he held the bear up and ripped him open, and Timothy Tidwell spilled out.
But the
And
dog knows what's up, and the dog says, kind of senses his predator and says, "Fuck it, I'm out of here," because the dog's smart. I'm out of here. I'll come back later, maybe.
every time that dog wasn't on the screen, I was like, "Hey, man, where's that dog?"
Yeah. But no, when they showed it take off, and I was like, okay, that's a smart fucking dog. He knows, like, I can't beat this thing. Fuck it.
After what they did to that wolf, I was always on the edge of my seat, making sure the dog was okay.
Yeah. This movie has some quicksand, which I hadn't seen in a movie in a long time.
Since 1952.
Yeah, that's a plot
this
device.
is the first movie in color to use quicksand.
And then it's Injun brother and sister versus
Guardian
versus Predator. And I liked it. This is
my biggest problem with the movie. The Predator masked and unmasked, especially unmasked, looks fucking terrible. The design sucks. It looks more like the Berserkers from Predators, but a lot more not good. And I did not care for that skull biohelmet thing. Like, I didn't care for the look of the Predator at all. But besides that, it was like, yeah, it was all right. There's definitely worse ones, but it's not the best fucking Predator movie by far.
People I see online are praising it as like, oh yeah, this is great. This is, you know what? This is better. This is definitely better than what they've been doing, but it's not great.
Yeah, I mean, it's leaps and bounds better than the fucking last one with the fucking Iron Man suit.
Yeah, I mean, an 85-pound girl fighting a predator, sorry, that's not going to fucking happen. You're not going to win no matter what the fuck. You can be smart or whatever. I was fucking 85 pounds or whatever. I got bullied a lot. I got my ass
You're
kicked.
kidding.
Yeah, I fought back, but, I got my ass kicked, after fighting back, because that's what fucking happens. Sorry. The predator is going to fucking kill you. They should have had, like, the whole tribe come together and fucking take this thing down like that instead of one little girl. I get it. It's a woman empowerment kind of thing. It's like a native empowerment kind of thing. But no, man, just like fucking let's throw some reality. And if you want to fucking beat things, you got to come together and fucking like change. You want change, you got to fucking come together, people. People get ready. Yeah, so that was my biggest thing. It's like, it's a little girl, man.
It's a little girl, man.
Yeah.
Some call them lady boys. Some call them people.
Right, but I get it. We're in the realm of fiction here, so okay. I mean, it's in fiction. Yeah, this is a good movie. Not great. But definitely.
Yeah, I heard that you could watch this thing in Comanche or something. I couldn't find the fucking way to change it, but I think that probably would have been a better watch. Because them like speaking perfect English and then the French going,
okay, so yeah, my problem with that is that they're talking English and then at certain times they start talking Comanche. It's like, wait a minute, are they speaking English at that point?
Yeah.
No, if you're gonna do that, have it all in English or have it all in Comanche or whatever that is. And yeah, the French They were just silly.
I could smell them through the screen, Joe.
Oh, they're such a stinky people.
I was just like, oh shit, there's trappers in here, and then all I could think of was Cannibal the Musical when they were on screen.
And I would think, after you get your fucking leg in a bear trap, you're gonna be fucked up. You're not gonna be able to fight a predator.
Well, I mean, those fucking bear traps were pussy shit if they couldn't even lop off a dog tail.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
But I mean, it was all right. I enjoyed seeing her journey and her rising up against the predator. I mean, it was all right. It was okay. Like the design of the predator, I fucking hate it. I thought it was shitty. I get it. They evolve or whatever. I don't know. But it's just like, who's building this shit for the predators? Where are they getting this technology? Because it always just seems like they're these ruthless motherfuckers. They have like fucking factories of predators. Like fucking,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Who's making this shit?
Yeah, and what about his buddies in the sky? That dropped him there. So it's like, hey, after you're getting you see he's getting his ass kicked. You're not just gonna fucking like, hey, all right, dude, we're gonna come out and help you.
I mean, they do come back. That's in the credits. Like that drawing and shit, the animated thing in the credits.
Oh, I didn't stick around for that.
Yeah, it's like it shows more fucking predator planes or ships flying back to the fucking
Zeppelins, predator zeppelins coming
tribe. But yeah, I mean, that's not really what predators do. If you kill a predator, they say all right and then give you an old-timey gun. They don't come back and get their revengeance because they're just like, okay, we did this.
Unless they're a rogue predator, like in this.
Oh shit!
Race war.
Oh shit!
But we'll get to that once I finish this shit.
Yeah, I mean, it was all right. It's there's definitely worse Predator movies, and there's definitely better. But
yeah,
as long as you don't care what the Predator looks like, this one's okay. I didn't think any of the new weapons were awesome. I'll say that.
No, old weapons. So.
Yeah, I get you, you fucking dork.
So, your rankings on the Predator movies, top 3. What do you got?
Shit. Let's go with the original number 1, and then let's do Predators, and then let's do Predator 2, and then after that would probably be Prey.
I'm gonna go with Predator, the original. Then I'm gonna go with Predators, and then I'm gonna go with this one.
Because you're a fucking racist. I understand. Danny Glover don't like you anyways.
Danny Glover. That opening scene with the car. It's like, nah, this is too much.
Well, that's it, Joe. So, what are we gonna do?
Shit, I didn't even look that up. I've been so depressed.
Well, Joe, that's all right because next week we have something lined up that I forgot about. So you got another week to think about it so you don't just jump and make any rash decisions.
Good, because I was about to say the Turbulence movies. It's not horror, but we've established this is not a horror.
But I think we've talked about a good handful of them, at least 2 or 3. So
I don't think we have.
I mean, I definitely talked about the Gary Busey one with fucking Howie Mandel.
Oh shit, I talked about that one too.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
okay.
But yeah, it's that time of year again, Joe. Can you believe it's already going to be the 4th anal Jean-Claude Van Damme-a-thon?
Van Damme-a-thon.
So, I mean, last year's was pretty rough. I remember it wasn't good and we were pretty miserable, but hopefully he released a lot of great movies in the last year, Joe. So get ready for that.
You're right. Anthony Mancini has a bunch of original drawings and no idea what to do with them. Okay. Rob Tucker. Nobody resells Tom's masks. Nobody. I've never seen that happen.
Everybody resells Tom's masks.
Yeah.
Everybody. I used to see that shit and be like, oh man, fuck it. Now I don't care. It is
Right.
what it is. But fucking now Lori will be like, oh man, someone's reselling your masks. And it's just Lori, you just gotta it's part of what it is. You just gotta get past that. We already got paid for it up front, and that's just when you make these collectibles, it is what it is. Because
Mm-hmm.
it's the name of the game. But yes, everybody resells Tom's masks.
Sad day.
What are you
Hey,
wearing there? A necklace?
Tom. It's plastered under my skin. All right, so last week in the Amazing Spider-Man's number, I don't know what the fuck.
Last week was 124. This
We were-
week is 125.
We were left with a cliffhanger because Spider-Man's the fuck.
Somebody just broke into Joe's house.
I was hoping it wasn't a possum or anything. So yeah, Spider-Man's is sitting on a wall, contemplating how shitty his life is. There's a man
fucking printer broke.
about to jump on him. So yeah, so now he fights a man's wolf, and they fight to a standstill, and then the man wolf sees the sun, the moon going down. Says, I got to get out of here. Goes back to his place, and J. Jonah Jerkins, that's his son. He knows that already. And he's like, hey, sons, tell me the origin of you being the man wolf. And so he says, yeah, I was on this secret mission to the moon. I went, I saw this rock there, and I had to have it. I took it, and I gave it to NASA, but then I bribed somebody to get it for me, and I made it into a necklace. And the necklace adhered to my neck, and I started to change into a man wolf. And then Spider-Man fights the man wolf. I don't know. Flash Thompson's hanging out with Mary Jane. Norman Osborn tells Mary Jane to go fuck herself. And yeah, so they fight Spider-Man's and the man wolf. And then the end. Like, it was very anticlimactic,
Oh, the necklace is doing it.
Yeah, he pulls the necklace off of his shit.
Well, here's my question about the man wolf. Does he grow a red dick when he changes?
A dog dick. Yes.
We should ask Stanley.
He didn't write this one. This was Gary Conway.
Oh, that's right. We should ask old Gary.
On the second issue, like I said, we have Ross and Drew come on. And this dude sucks. He fucking sucks. And you can tell that they're inking the shit out of him. The inks are very fucking heavy. And everything looks bad. Everything looks awful, man. This is
It's no Zeb Crane.
It's not the worst maybe that Spider-Man's has looked, but it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Yeah. They really stopped giving a fuck after the whole Gwen Stacy thing.
I think so.
You're just like, you're not allowed to do anything of importance ever again.
Status quo, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens when Punisher is birthed, but I mean, that was probably just nothing. Just, oh yeah, we'll just make a new throwaway character because we don't want us fucking around with.
Until fucking Stephen Grant took him over and like threw him in one of the Marvel magazines.
The good old MMs, as I call them.
Mm-hmm. You do call them
So tune in next week, I guess, for another amazing issue of Spider-Man.
that. There probably is a predator outside my house. You know,
He's cooking burgers and shit for your family.
Anthony Tom has done the Howling movies.
Not all of them, but
I haven't. You know,
I know
Jake,
definitely the first one and the second one.
Jake Taft is here, and he's named after one of our best presidents in the United States, William Howard Taft. Let me grab something before we start our list.
Well, while Joe goes to grab something, I want to beg and plead for you to head on over to Fast Custom Shirts. Joe needs money. He just bought 8 printers, 7 of which he will never use because, let's be honest, not that much time left. So while you can, head on over to Fast Custom Shirts and get yourself a Fast Custom shirt. However, unlike the name, it won't be fast and it won't be custom, but god damn it, it'll be a shirt. Hopefully, no guarantees. Hey, Joe's back. You like things with holes in it?
Sometimes I do.
All right, what are you doing? You getting a little shine there for yourself because you ran out of beer? Oh, you're pouring it in there, so. Ooh, I taste it.
Things with holes, Tom.
Yes.
All right, so honorable mentions. I've got in no particular order. The fuck is that thing? Hold on. Yeah, fuck it. Okay, so I have the movie Holes with Shia LaBeouf, one of our greatest actors. Then I have Masks because they have a hole to put your head in, and sometimes they have a hole for your eyes. Most of the time, it slits, but they can be holes. Then I have Chinese stars, also known as shuriken. They have a hole right in the middle. Yeah. Then I have toilets. They have a hole, that you sit on, and then they have a hole that your shit goes through, But
Speaking of toilets, Joe, today I fixed a toilet and then I broke a toilet and then I fixed it again.
What was wrong with the toilet to begin with?
It was running. It just kept running. It was
So you had to buy the kit to replace
all the hardware.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
pretty easy.
It is, but I pulled the PVC pipe a little too hard to get the tubes connected, you see, and just snapped that fucker right off. So wasn't a clean snap. So I used a lot of PVC glue to get that back on there. So hopefully it'll stay for a while, but it's not running anymore. It's just a lot more broken than it was. You're gonna feel good in the morning, or you're just not going to work?
Oh, I'm going to work.
But we'll see, maybe around 1, 2.
Okay, so my last honorable mention is my knife. Hey, this knife has a hole in it for some reason. I don't know. It's maybe so I can hey, I got my knife here in my finger. I don't know. It's my pocket knife.
And those are your honorable mentions. My honorable mentions goes as follows. My penis tip, because if there was not a hole in it, my testicles would explode. And then I have fudge striped cookies. Those are delicious and one of the best cookies. And then I have Swiss cheese. Joe, because there's holes in it, you see.
There are.
And then I have kebabs because they have a hole in it where the skewers were.
It's true.
And last but not least, I have doors/windows because after all, they're just plugged up holes. And those are my honorable mentions. Thank you. Number 10.
At number 10, Tom, I have streets. Because they have two kinds of
Manholes.
manholes and sometimes potholes.
Mouse sticking. My number 10 is containers. Bottles, cans, jars. Doesn't fucking matter. They all got holes in them. So, containers in the general sense.
At number 9, Tom, I have guns. They have holes that you can put the bullets in. They have a hole that the bullet can come out of.
And then there's a hole where the bullet went out of a second time.
Fuck yeah, fuck them.
My number 9 is pipes. The kind you use in plumbing, the kind you smoke crack out of, it doesn't matter. They all got holes, and they're all useful. Pipes.
At number 8, Tom, I have movies, which usually have big fucking plot holes. You know, like there was a girl at the Houston Horror Festival of Films that asked me, "Hey, what's this movie from?" And I told her, "Hey, this is from High Tension. This movie has a big fucking plot hole." You know, if you've seen the movie, you know what it is, because it doesn't make sense after that shit happens. It's a big plot hole. The chick bought the shirt anyway. But yeah, movies tend to have big holes in them.
Speaking of things with big holes in them, I have shirts, but not just any shirts. They're fast custom shirts. And you can get them at fastcustomshirts.com. Search BOYGOB and pick up a BOYGOB shirt, you fat piece of shit. They go to 5X. If you need a 6X, you got to exercise, though.
At 7. Now let me cross out my knife. At 7, I have CDs. Compact discs. You fancy fucks. They have a little hole in the middle. Why? I don't fucking know. But yeah, if you want to listen to some music or whatever, CDs.
Well, Joe, we almost had one, but we didn't. My number 7, I have Blu-rays/DVDs because they have that little hole in the middle, you see. So, yes. Number 6.
At number 6, I have DVDs/Blu-rays. Now, these things have a little hole in the middle. Why? I'm not quite sure. But, like, you got to put them in there, and then you can watch a movie.
Well, my number 6 is masks. They got a big hole in them that you put over your head. And it's usually slits in the eyes, but sometimes it could be holes. And nostrils. The nose holes are cut out mostly.
You know, and if you want some masks, you can go to dwmproductions.net and get some masks. They have the holes at the bottom to put your head in. They got the holes in the eyes. Sometimes they have like the breathing holes. Not too often though. What do you call those? Do you call them breathing holes, Tom?
I call them, what do I call them? I call them oxygen intake valves. Yes. Thank you. Joe, number 5.
At number 5, where the fuck did that go? Okay, I have records. Because records have a tiny little hole in the middle that you got to put it into this little prong that sticks up. I mean, it's very sexual. Put your record on. And then, like, after you get the prong through the hole, the music plays. Very sexual. Records.
Well, speaking of very sexual, Joe, my number 5 is ladies' rumps because they have buttholes, you see.
I do. I do see that.
So, yes, ladies' rumps.
Okay. Oh, I have a note here. So, Tom, like, you know, when we do these lists, sometimes you like, hey, let's look up things that begin with B or whatever. So this time, you know, and like you always like, hey, movies that start with B, or you know, weapons that start with B, you know. So, like, I typed in odd things that have holes in them. So when I typed that in, I got a string of articles that were all about transphobia. Crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. So
Why
number
would they
4.
be scared of the underworkings of an automobile?
Yeah, this is like, yeah, it's like weird shit. Like, oh, everybody's scared of the gays because they have holes. What? Like, why? Anyway,
Hole's a
number
hole as
4.
long as there's a little bit of heat in there.
At number 4, I have t-shirts. They have a torso hole. They have armholes. They have a head hole. You want some t-shirts, go to fastcustomshirts.com and get some fucking shirts.
Joe?
Go over there right now, Michael Santal, or whatever your name is.
No!
Tired of your shit.
You are not getting up for work too early. But Joe, my number 4 is ladies' nips because they have little holes in them for milk.
Most people don't know that.
I know.
You
that.
know, most people are very confused about that. But yes, there are holes, and most people think that it's the fucking clown, but it's really the truck. You know, so get your shit together, people. At number 3, I have me. There's a big fucking hole in my soul, in my life. That just, it's fucking eating me up, and it like, why am I fucking here? What the fuck am I doing? It's the fucking biggest hole I fucking see. Like, god damn it. That's like, fuck, I hate everything.
I thought it was going to be your wallet because there's a hole in your wallet where your money should go. Number 3, Joe.
Yeah.
I have ladies' heads because they have holes in it, you see. As the kids say, what that mouth do? Because they have holes in their heads, you see.
I get it.
Thank you.
My number 2 is pretty close to that, and that's a women. They have, a few holes that you can take advantage of. I'll let
Some people refer to women as holes. So.
I would let our listeners count them themselves, but yes, women, they have holes.
They do. Succulent holes.
Right.
Holes. Joe, my number 2, it's pretty close to yours. And that's ladies' laps. Because they have pussy holes in them, you see, Joe. Pussy holes. Number 1.
At number 1, I said beer bottles, but I'm out of beer bottles. So liquor bottles, whatever. Beer bottles have a hole that you fucking drink the beer from, and it's great. And it's the kind of the only thing that sustains you in life sometimes. When everything's going bad, and everything does go bad. Everything is going to go fucking bad in your life. If you think things are good now, hey, wait. Just fucking wait, you dumb fuck. It's going to go bad. Beer bottles, number 1. Tom, you're
Joe,
number 1.
My number 1, I have jack-o'-lanterns. Because they have holes in them, you see. And those are our favorite things with holes. Good evening, Tanner. Welcome to Joe's mental breakdown.
Tanner, where the fuck you been? So, join us next week when we are going to talk about our top 10 things related to school. Because it's going back to school, you see, you fucks.
All right, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right. So, Joe, are you going to be up or you trying to get out of here?
Up for what?
I don't know. You got to talk about life or anything?
Tanner, we're talking. We already talked holes, you fuck. So, yeah.
All right, well, everybody, hope you enjoyed this one. I thought it was pretty good. I had some good laughs myself. We learned a few things today, and
I expected this to be like the shittiest show we ever recorded. No, seriously, but it still happens to be the one that Kyle guest hosted, which has like 8 fucking views. I would like 2 of you to go watch that one and get it up to 10 views, please.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened. We were getting thousands of views.
We were like,
minute.
I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like
now we got a couple hundred.
Yeah.
And we're getting like replies to our videos in foreign languages.
But at least it's not that one where Kyle guest hosted that has 4 fucking views. He's like, oh, and he's so happy to be on the show. He's like fucking like, oh man, I can't. But thanks, Tom, for having me on here. 4 people watched that shit, and I'm one of them. And he's probably the other, and fucking Kyle's probably the other. So there's somebody else that like accidentally clicked on it.
It was Lori.
So,
but Kyle's a good kid.
I
give him a hard time, but he's a good, odd kid. I would think Kyle would be the kind of guy who would work for the government teaching them predator technology.
Probably.
Yep.
So anyway, I would say like go back and listen to some of the older shit that we have done. Some of it is good, some of it is not. This one I think is pretty good. I think the last one we did, and I think the last three we've done have been good episodes. Uh, I don't know. I thought it was going to be really shitty because I'm in a shit mood, but fuck, I stepped up and I made this shit fucking work.
Thanks, Joe. Couldn't have done it without you there, champ.
You couldn't have, so hey, fuck it.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Do you have some kind of Jones? You're
I
dressed like you got some kind of Jones.
I got a BOYGOB Joe. I got a BOYGOB Joe. I got a BOYGOB Jones, oh baby. Ooh.
You have the voice of a man who collects Chicano art.
Fuck yeah, baby.
Okay. Well, you got anything else for the millions and millions of people out there, Joe, or are we gonna hit the old dusty trail?
I think we're gonna say fuck it to all this. I'm gonna take shots all night.
You got to get some rest, though. Did you eat? Did you eat anything, or did you just cook it?
I told you I fucked up the whole fucking barbecue.
At least you got that picture, though.
Yeah, it looked good in that picture. The people looking at that picture that don't know that I fucked it up. Overcooked, the meat. Undercooked the potatoes. I suck, dude. I'm fucking terrible. I'm the fucking worst thing in life. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot myself.
What now?
Maybe. No. I got a daughter and a grandson. I can't.
Yeah, I mean, if you do it now, then my fucking account will probably get banned.
Yeah, I got that to think about, so no.
So, hey, at least you'll get one more joke on me. It was all worth it.
It's gonna be the whole what's his name that you got banned for?
Our Bud Dwyer.
Bud Dryer. I'll do that. No, Tom, stay back.
Number 1, our Bud Dwyer's head. But yes, Mr. Tanner, cooking drunk is very fun, especially when it's outside on a grill. This time I even brought my fucking TV out there and I set that shit up and I watched Slasher as I grilled all the meats in the universe.
Slasher!
She's fucking still doing it. Tomorrow's not going to be a good day for this gentle fellow. He's been drinking too much liquor way too quick. And you know what they say about beer before liquor. What the fuck is that? A little face? All right. Well, Joe, I think we're about spent here, and I got to get this on oldboygob.com. So, ladies and gentle fellows, head on over to dwnproductions.net. I would say buy this hat, but I'm not wearing the fucking silver DWN hat that you can get right now at dwnproductions.net. I would say buy something, but I got a run of Forever Faces coming up that I have to get on. And so that's going to take up some time. And there's a few things that I would like to sculpt because I haven't really sculpted some, new full pieces in a while. So I would like to do that. And don't worry, it will be stuff from stuff because I need the money.
I'm going to be at Killer Con in Austin next weekend, but nobody's going to be there.
Because it's the book one, right?
Yeah, but it is. I usually break even, but it seems like a lot of book people are still fucked up about COVID. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I'm gonna be there, and whatever. If you don't want to do that, go to fastcustomshirts.com and order some shirts. If not, hey, fuck it, go to Tom's site. Just go to Tom's site. I don't give a shit.
I mean, you should go to fastcustomshirts.com and buy a Boy Gob shirt. There's a few DWN shirts over there. If Joe had any fucking sense in his head, he'd have a Fast Custom Shirts logo shirt up there, which everybody always asks about, but
I
it's
thought
never
it-
on the site. He has the screen, but it's never on the site. So do that. DWNProductions.net, fastcustomshirts.com, boygob.com. But you probably already knew this if you are watching it or listening to it, because that's where all the links are. Just because you don't listen to the podcast feed, you can always go to boygob.com where it has links to the YouTube page, to the Facebook page, and both of our websites.
Thanks,
But not-
Tanner. Glad you like that shirt. And other than that, hey, boy, God, you fucks.